So let's get started with tonight's presentation. So like I said, really excited. Definitely want to introduce ourselves before we get started with tonight's presentation. My name's Emily. I'm head of student athlete success over here at Sports Recruits. I work with families one-on-one going through the recruiting process. I run our customer success team, and I also work with our sales team that sells individual packages to athletes. Really excited to talk about video. Video is so important in your recruiting process, and I'm really excited that Leslie is here to join us to talk about Sideline HD and how that's integrated with Sports Recruits. So Leslie, I don't know if you want to give just a brief background of yourself before we get started too.
Sure. Hi, Emily. I'm Leslie Hagelberg. I'm an ambassador at Sideline HD. Let's see, we've been going strong for about 5 years. Some of you may have talked with me before, or maybe have seen one of our past webinars, and I'm super excited to be back to talk with Emily. I take on kind of multiple roles at Sideline HD, but my passion lies with our users, networking with users, helping users understand and be successful in live streaming and highlights.
Awesome. Thanks, Leslie. Great. So before we get started with our agenda, just wanted to give a brief background of really what Sports Recruits is for those who have a free profile with us, or a club user, or have an individual subscription, or don't have a profile at all. Um, at the core, Sports Recruits is a platform, but we also like to talk about being a network and really an ecosystem in the recruiting space. It's a place for student athletes, club, high school organizations, and college coaches to really all connect. We also have a space with recruiting events. We have a lot of recruiting events powered by Sports Recruits. So it really has everything that all of these different stakeholders need in the recruiting process. So really excited to talk about the different tools that we have for you to connect to those college coaches, or for club athletes or club staff to connect to their student athletes, and so forth. So yeah, just wanted to give a brief background, share some of our stats here for those of you who are new with us. Great, so let's jump into tonight's agenda. So I'm going to talk about the importance of video. I'm sure all of you know how important it is, but Leslie and I are going to be saying that countless times tonight. Leslie's going to walk us through how to capture and share in-game video using Sideline HD. And then I'm going to walk through some of the Sports Recruits video features and really how you can get all of your video in one place, syncing your video from Sideline HD onto Sports Recruits, how you can use that to create different types of video, and then what to do after you have the video on Sports Recruits. It's really important that you're reaching out to college coaches to let them know that it's there. And then finally, we'll end tonight's presentation with questions, but feel free to ask them throughout. We have some time at the end. Great. So the importance of video. Video is so important. College coaches, they can look at stats, but having video is really, we like to call it like a trailer to what is your athletic ability, right? They're able to evaluate you to then figure out, okay, I really like Leslie's skills. I want to see her in person. I'm going to see her at this next event. Or, maybe let's invite her to the next showcase. So having video is such a good place to really have a strong impression with college coaches. You should always be updating your video for college coaches to watch your progression. And it's really important that you have it on Sports Recruits for college coaches to be able to evaluate you. So there are a bunch of different types of video that college coaches are looking for. We have 4 buckets here. We have the pinned playlist, highlight reels, skills video, and live footage. So the pinned playlist is a new feature on Sports Recruits. This was built for the purpose of recruiting. We spoke to college coaches. They said to us, we want to be able to see student athletes' skills, techniques, in a really easy way. So with the pinned playlist, it grabs college coaches' attention very quickly. It's at the top of your profile, and this is a place for you to put 10 to 15 of your best clips. Each sport has their own skills that college coaches have told us these are the types of skills we want to see for this particular sport. So you're able to categorize those clips into the skills that college coaches want to see. So this is your best moments throughout your career. You want to pin them to the top of your profile in what we call a pinned playlist. And I'm going to walk through that new feature a little bit more further in the presentation, but we're really excited about this feature because college coaches came to us and saying, this is what we want. So it is built for recruiting. Other types of video that college coaches want to see, highlight reels. So this is a collection of live footage. This could be from, your high school season, your club season. Maybe you played really well at a tournament. So putting together live clips. This is something that you can, have as many highlight reels on your profile as you want. We always like to say having one from particular season. So your high school season, your club season, but if you played really well in a tournament, maybe putting a highlight reel together from that particular event. In a highlight reel, similar to a pin playlist, you want to show a variety of different skills. It should only be your best clips in a highlight reel. Skills video, this is more of a practice setting footage. So this is showing your technique. This is showing drills. This is not live footage. So this is something you can do at practice, maybe with your parent, guardian, sibling, and you just want to be showing your technique during these types of videos. And then finally, live footage. College coaches may want to watch live footage. So this could be maybe 8 minutes, a half, a quarter. College coaches want to see maybe how you react when you're not on the ball or you're not in the main shot. So maybe throwing up again, just an 8 minute unedited live footage up on your Sports Recruits profile. Definitely wanted to show this. Again, the pin playlist is a new feature. College coaches want it. We have it right for college coaches to view. As you can see at the top, it lists the different skills. So college coaches are able to click into, okay, I want to see Jill's attacking skills, right? I want to see how she does with that. So they can click into attacking. They have playback features, pausing features. So it's really interactive for college coaches, and it's a much more efficient way for them to evaluate you quicker. To then move on and say, okay, these skills are great. Let me go and jump into even more video, which is right below.
Ah, that pin feature looks really neat. That's going to go work really well hand in hand with the videos that are coming over from Sports Recruits. That's an exciting ad. So anyway, so just quickly, I'll give you a little background here about Sideline HD. Some of you may not be familiar with Sideline HD, but we're proud to be a part of the Diamond Kinetics family. Diamond Kinetics is a leader in technology, sports technology. They acquired Sideline HD. Let's see, I think that was back in February of 2024. So we're fully a part of that family. The Sideline HD, basically, one of the things that we do is we allow parents to live stream and put highlights and generate highlights on the platforms. And we like to empower our sports communities. And listed on the slide, you'll see the 8 sports that we offer scoreboards and highlight clips, automatic highlight clips for. But the great thing about this is it's our platform, it supports those 8 sports and generates all the highlight clips for the whole team. And that's really just dedicated and managed by one parent. All right, so let's just quickly, I want to talk a little bit about growth of Sideline HD. So we've had baseball and softball for about 5 years. That's where we got our start, and then we launched the other 6 sports. We've been experiencing some rapid growth in our streaming base and our live streamers, and year over year, our biggest growth sport actually is volleyball, where we've experienced like 100% growth going from 2023 to 2024. The main reason why we're growing is because we're really a parent's best friend. It's easy to set up, to get started streaming and scoring. There's automatic clips for your whole team. And the clips and the streams just kind of add a professional quality touch that allow the athletes to shine. The biggest thing, why we're growing, it's all organic. It's one parent telling another parent, hey, we use this, you should check it out, you should use it too. And we appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think too, just to like piggyback on that, Leslie, like the recruiting process is so overwhelming, and having this tool for parents where really all you need is an iPhone. You don't need anything crazy, you don't need a crazy
Right.
camera, and video again, so important. Sideline HD makes it so easy to capture it and share it to the people in that video. And, that these tools are what you need when the recruiting process can really feel stressful at times.
Absolutely. So just a visual here for you. Uh, on my left, and hopefully your left too, you see a stream with nothing on it, right? You see a simple diamond, kids are playing ball. You kind of tune in, you're like, I wonder what's happening. I wonder what the score is. On the right side, you see a Sideline HD stream with going out to Facebook, YouTube, etc. And it's nice because it has an added touch here. You know the in-game context, you know what's going on. You can see the player who's at the plate, the player who's pitching, and it's just more impactful. And since we're really kind of focused in on the recruiting aspect today, just imagine being a coach and seeing a clip and noticing like critical details like, okay, we're in an 0-1 count here, but what if we're in an 0-2 count? There's 2 outs and this person puts the ball in play, and just like instantly being able to assess and see that in-game context added. Next slide. Thank you. So where does Sideline HD stream to? We're a little different than some other live streaming platforms. We're all about team community. We want you to stream where your team and your family, family already, where they already live and kind of engage. And so you can stream free to Facebook and to your YouTube channels. You don't need any set number of subscribers with Sideline HD, and you can stream your games right to your team's Facebook and YouTube. If you look in the scrolling, to the left here, you'll see intermingled in, like this is just a typical page for a softball team where they're celebrating their athletes, but you can also see grandma, grandpa, they can go right here. They know where to find this information and they know where to find their team's games. All right, so talking about a little bit here about the game day setup. Really, the main thing I want to tell you is keep it simple to start. Yeah, Emily touched on this earlier. You don't need, an expensive $1,000 video camera, something to stream the game. The technology right now and the glass and the lens on something as simple as an iPhone, your daughter, your son's iPhone while they're playing can really capture great footage. So just with a smartphone, a tablet, maybe something like a tripod or something to attach the actual streaming device to a fence is really all you need to get started. And then there's also an option. So you're streaming on one phone using your son or daughter's phone to stream. And then on your device, you can simply score. And Sideline HD is built to be a simple scoring machine. Something easy to follow. You don't need to understand the exact play types, recording, very down to the like nitty gritty details, and like be a pro in stats to be able to score the game. Sideline Score is built for those parents who just kind of know, hey, that was an out, that was a strike, that was a single, if you're playing baseball and softball, that's a dig, that's a kill, those kind of things if you're playing volleyball. We do for baseball and softball have a more detailed stat integration with iScore, but many people find Sideline Score to be just what they need. All right, so personalized highlights. One of the standout features for Sideline HD is our like automatic highlights, personalized for every player. So they get their moments captured and organized. For baseball and softball, you're going to see offense and defense. It's down to the nitty gritty of like particular games. For volleyball and some of our other sports, you can filter by different actions and find clips that hit a certain category. It's very easy to kind of sort through and find your clips. What can I do with those clips? You can watch them, you can share them, you can download them, you can pen them. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. So some of the other things on top of just the clips, because we've covered on that, there's also some other post-game features that we have. There's a lot of exciting things going on at Sideline HD with our greater DK team to really kind of bring out and elevate player highlights. But we're really tapping into AI generation, things we can do with highlights. Our newspaper recaps have a touch of AI. There's play-by-play breakdowns, and something called hit scope for baseball and softball, which is like a summary and categorization of all your ball contacts, which you can actually sort. You can say, this ball was in play, this contact was, not in play. And it's really neat because it's like showing that moment the ball was played, and you can kind of follow it in a series of hits. You can narrow down and go to the full clip, etc. And then here, I just want to touch a little bit on the reason we're here, and we're partnering companies. Let's talk a little bit about the integration for Sideline HD and Sports Recruits. On the left-hand side, you'll see this player, Addie. She has a banner on her page, and it says "Getting Recruited starts here." You can simply click that, and what happens is modal will pop up, and you can click on the modal, and it's going to try to automatically link from your account for your athlete over to your Sports Recruits account if you already have one. So it's like, are you this person? Is it this player? If it's not, if you don't already have a Sports Recruits account, that's fine. We'll help you create one, and we'll send information over. So that's how you link your player profile on Sideline HD to Sports Recruits. And then what happens when you do that? When you actually do that, if you've already been active on Sideline HD, we use some AI to determine 10 of your best clips, and we send those over to your Sports Recruits profile automatically. So first 10, they're sent over. You have the ability to pen or star additional clips. So say, you got those 10, but you've been an athlete on Sideline HD for a long time. I've got a lot of other great clips that I really want to access. There's an opportunity for you to go and star and pin those on your player profile on Sideline HD and route those directly to Sports Recruits. On top of that, one of the great things that we do is like, you can be playing live. While you're playing live, we're determining, okay, that's a good clip. Yeah, save for baseball. You struck that person out. Save for volleyball. Oh, that's a kill. Basketball, shot a three-pointer. We're going to automatically send those over to your Sports Recruits profile real time, like putting them out there. They're available to, automatically integrate and incorporate into the Sports Recruits atmosphere and all the things that they can do, and all the different ways that they compile video, as Emily touched on earlier. Once your Sports Recruits profile is linked, you see on the right side, the little Sports Recruits icon up top, that's a link over to your Sports Recruits profile as well. So it's really a set it and forget it situation. And, we're all about empowering our athletes to do what they need with their clips, download them, share them, whatever way you're working to get recruited, we're trying to help you out and facilitate that. All right, so just real quick, some of you may have heard of us before, and there's been a lot of advancements in technology on our side, especially since we were acquired and joined the Diamond Kinetics family. We now have an app on the Apple App Store. We also have an Android app in the Google Play Store. You can do everything you need for your teams within those apps. And the great thing is you can stream with those cameras. We use a high efficiency video encoding that a lot of competitors don't have quite yet. And that really allows you to be able to stream more successfully in a tough bandwidth situation. So just want you to know those apps are out there. You can go that route. You can manage your player that route as well. And you probably saw it up top. You can get started on our website. We still offer a website, and you can control things in a web browser as well. And that's at sidelinehd.com. And we have a great user group too. We have about 7,000 users in a Facebook user group who all are trying to do very similar things. They want to stream their games, or they want to get highlights of their kids. And it's really great. I love the community because they all kind of crowdsource and help, and like, what can I do here? I'm playing at this arena. What do you suggest? So Just want to encourage you to check it out if live streaming and generating clips is your thing. But we want you to stream like a pro. Some of you here we consider you heroes. You're out there working for your team, helping them get this footage, helping them get to the next level. But like I said, personalized highlights for every player just from one parent. And I might be a little biased, but I think we have the best integration with sports recruits there is. So
Yeah. Thanks, Leslie. That was great. And I think, kind of what I was saying earlier, getting video is so stressful. Being able to use Sideline HD to capture that and then getting it over to sports recruits to get it in front of college coaches, to get it in front of our college coach network
right.
will be so, so important for your recruiting process.
Right. And the video can be there before your game's even over or your match.
Exactly. And like I said, can't stress enough, we at Sports Recruits know how important video is. So we have a variety of Sports Recruits video features for you to be able to use. So, as Leslie said, you're able to connect from our video partners, Sideline HD and also of all time. You see there's those three images right up there. You can upload, you can sync your video, connect your video, or you can embed. Whether you're a free user, whether you're a pro user, you can upload or embed an unlimited amount of video. We know video is important. We know college coaches want to see it. So we allow you to upload an unlimited amount. As I mentioned, you can embed from YouTube, Huddle, or Vimeo. And then what's also a cool feature as well is some people use their Sports Recruits video library as a place to just store all of their recruiting video, right? They want to have it in one place. So you're able to put it visible, as you can see from that green button, or invisible. So let's say, you just want to get everything on there and then figure out, okay, what do I want to show visible on my profile for college coaches? College coaches can't see this library. They can see just what you want them to see by toggling it visible. So um, these these tools are very simple to use, very seamless. Here we have what Leslie was talking about before. Let's say you're on the other side. You're logged into your Sports Recruits account and you say, oh, I have a Sideline HD. A parent on my team has set that up. I know I have clips on there. How do I do that? So, as I said, there's that mode at the top, connect videos. You click on Sideline HD, visit website, and you're able to connect seamlessly.
I love it. Got them covered both ways. If you're coming
Yeah.
or going,
Come from Sideline, comes from Sports Recruits. It's seamless either way.
all trying to get the same result, let you get that
Yeah.
video out there.
Yeah. So, did again just want to talk about that pinned playlist feature. Um, you know, with this new feature, you're really to able to give coaches exactly what they need to evaluate you, depending on your position, right? Something that is in development too that we're really excited for is you're going to be able to know exactly which colleges are viewing which clip. So we're going to break down our views even further to know, okay, a coach viewed this hitting play when I was in this jersey color. So that level of transparency is huge, to really know, how deep are these college coaches going in to watch my pin playlist. So we're really excited about that. And that's happening hopefully very soon.
That's awesome. That's going to be neat.
Yeah. And again, this is something you want to continuously update to show your best plays. One of my colleagues compared it to, your top 10, 15 career plays, right? That's what should be in your pin playlist. If you have better plays, you can easily add them in, take them out, switch them up. It's very seamless to use, and you're able to use uploaded video and video synced directly from Sideline HD. And what's great is you're sending over those clips, right? They're already cut up. You can just then throw them into your pinned playlist. So that's the athlete benefits, right? You're giving college coaches what they want to see. You're going to be able to know which colleges are viewing what clips, and then this is where you're going to be showing the best of your best plays. So the college coach benefit, again, this is something that they have given us feedback of how they want to evaluate student athletes. They're going to be able to view your best clips right at the top of the profile. It allows very easy playbacks, fast forwarding, rewinding, um, interactive for them to be able to rewatch clips very easily. And it provides them just a very organized way, an efficient way for them to see exactly what type of skills that they need to evaluate you. So we're really excited about this new feature, and we definitely encourage you, to put up at least 10 to 15 clips. Now, did want to go over high level how to create a pinned playlist. Again, you can use uploaded footage or sync footage from Sideline HD. What you want to do is you want to create and label your best plays. So it's really important that you add that skill tag. Again, that's going to categorize them into the buckets that you see up there for college coaches to watch specific skills. Um, we definitely encourage you to add a caption as well, jersey number and color. That is not required, but it is helpful. Maybe, it was a big play against a certain team and you want to highlight that. There is a place to put that in there. So you go in, you create the clips, you add them to your playlist, and you simply publish. It goes to the top of your profile for college coaches to easily view. This is something you can update at any time, add clips, remove clips, and we encourage you to update this as you are going through the recruiting process and as you are getting new film. So what else to add to your video section? So you are able to add highlight reels. So again, this is live footage from games, club season, high school season, a certain tournament. We encourage student athletes to have anywhere from 15 to 20 clips. When you're picking out those clips, again, you want to show a variety of different skills, right? Something I love to use is if you're, a lacrosse player and you're in attack. Obviously, it's really fun to see goals, but you do a lot of other things. You want to be able to show coaches your full range of skills. Also, too, when you're picking out the clips that you want, maybe from a tournament to put together a highlight reel, we encourage student athletes to only use, 4 5-star clips. Just put your best clips in your highlight reel. Skills video. Again, this is practice footage of drills, showing a variety of different skills. Something we also like to suggest to families is capture these drills from different angles so coaches are able to see your technique within the skills video. And then finally, adding game footage. This is unedited live footage. Doesn't need to be a full hour. It can be a half hour, 8 minutes, a quarter, a half, but depending on the coach, they do like to watch unedited video. So we spoke about the importance of video, how to capture video using Sideline HD to get that onto Sports Recruits. We talked about the different video features on Sports Recruits to make sure you're giving college coaches what they want to see and what they need to evaluate you. The next thing is sharing that video with college coaches. You don't just want to sit back and hope college coaches come to you. It's really important that you're being proactive in your recruiting process. So, with the Sports Recruits platform, we have a messaging system. So, this messaging system has every college coach's email address. It is very simple how to use. All you need to do is type in the name of the school, and there's a drop down with the college coaches' names. You simply click on that, and it automatically embeds the email for you, saving you a ton of time from pulling that information all of yourself. In this picture too, you can see a link at the bottom. This link is special because when a college coach clicks this, they get taken directly to your Sports Recruits profile where you're able to know all in real time which coaches are seeing my profile, watching my video, or opening up my transcript or any press links. So this is a great level of transparency, especially if you are younger and college coaches can't have those recruiting like conversations with you just yet. Being able to know, hey, like this coach has viewed me almost 10 times, there could be some interest there. Similar to any messaging system, it's delivered directly to a college coach's inbox. And yeah, it's so easy to use. I wish I had this when I was going through the recruiting process. It would have saved me a ton of time. So really important, once you have that video, reaching out to college coaches. Hey, I just updated my highlight reel. Like, take a look, let me know what you think. So this is again a better image to show you, uh, you know, what this messaging system looks like. So that's the link. It's really easy. You just type in the name of the school, and then there's drop down. So video is important, but communication is just important as well. As I was saying earlier, it's really important to be proactive with college coaches. So if you're sitting here and you're like, Emily, I haven't sent any messages yet, that's totally fine. That first message you want to send to college coaches is an introduction. We have an image right here, letting a college coach know who you are and why you're interested in their program. Very simple. It doesn't need to be super long or super long winded, but that's that first message you want to send to those schools on your list to let them know that you're interested. From there, it's important, to be reaching out around events. We always say to student athletes, you never want to go to an event unknown. Coaches aren't just walking around from field to field and court to court trying to find the best player. They're going to these events with a predetermined list of student athletes who have reached out and shown interest in their program. So, before events, sharing your schedule. After events, if you've worked with the coach one on one, thanking them for their time. Reach out about your video. You don't want your video to sit there and just hope that a college coach stumbles upon it. It can be a short, sweet message. Hey, coach, I just updated my pin playlist. That's at the top of my profile. I'd love to hear any feedback and if you think I'd be a good fit for your program. And then anything around academic or athletic updates, new transcripts, if you took the SATs or ACTs, maybe in season updates, making to a certain championship game, or asking for more info about that program. A question I get a lot is, how frequently should I be reaching out? Is it once a week, every 2 weeks? And unfortunately, there's no real magic number with that. But what I tell families is, if you have something that's new to share with the coach, you should be reaching out. We've spoken to college coaches in the past, and they say if I haven't heard from a student athlete in 3 or 4 months, I'm going to assume that they lost interest in our program. So that's a good thing to keep in the back of your mind. You should have something to share at least every 3 or 4 months with a college coach to stay on their radar. Great. So we went through a lot of information, talked about video, the importance of it. Leslie did a great job walking through the different Sideline HD features and how it just makes it so easy for families to be able to stream that footage for their team, get it onto Sports Recruits. We talked about the different video features and how you should be using them in your recruiting process, and then sharing your video, just as important, letting college coaches know about it, but then also continuing to communicate about what is going on in your recruiting process. We do have some time for some questions, so definitely throw them in the chat if you have any here. Don't be shy, guys. Oh, I see some. Um, this is a good question, Leslie. Um, if your team uses VO or a similar camera, can the team then upload to Sideline HD and will it go to the players' accounts?
That's a good question. So, with Sideline HD, we allow streaming via RTMP. So, if VO allows you to send that feed to someone like Sideline HD, and we have had that question come up, then yes, you can stream to Sideline HD with VO. It really depends on if they allow you to stream out to another platform. But there's lots of different cameras, lots of things. Some of them are a little more open the other. I don't know the specifics on that camera, but look to see if they allow RTMP streaming. If so, you can send it there.
Great. Okay. Um, Good question came in. How soon should an athlete start sending highlight videos to college coaches, freshman, sophomore, junior year? Um, each family is different for when they want to start the recruiting process. You know, the earlier the better, especially if you're interested in some of those top Division 1 schools. It's really important to stay on those coaches' radars. If you start sending some of this stuff, after your freshman year high school season, it's a good way to continue to stay on their radar. So, earlier the better. We always tell student athletes, your recruiting process doesn't start when college coaches can start reaching out to you. It starts a lot earlier. So it's definitely dependent on the family. If you're not ready to start sending messages, we do suggest just getting all your information on Sports Recruits in one place for college coaches to view. And then when you do feel ready, build that target list and then start sending out those messages.
Hey,
Um,
Emily, I see one that is
yeah.
specific to a question for Sideline HD and
Mhm.
scoring. Leonardo, I see your question here. It says they're having issue getting a scoring link when they start a stream from their daughter's iPhone. They have Android. So on Sideline HD, you actually don't have to be in the app or like logged in to actually score. If you, Leonardo, if you navigate to your scoring tab, so you hit score, there's a settings button. Under that settings button is like a magic link that will allow you to share it. I'd say put it in your notes on your Android phone or whatever they call that on Android, but save that link on your Android phone. Every time you click that link, you're able to score for that particular team. That link stays the same. That allow you to create a game and score the game. So if you're having trouble, we have a great customer care team. You can email support@sidelinehd.com. They can get you fixed up and make sure you're taken care of there.
I'm just gonna support at sidelinehd.com. I'm just gonna throw that
Awesome.
in the chat for everybody.
Awesome.
Uh, um, all right, one more question here. If college coaches can officially talk to you, how often would you suggest contacting them? Often I receive the email, "We can't talk to you just yet," in an email response. So, similar to what I was saying before, if there's news you believe a college coach should know, hey, I'm going to this event, hey, this is new video, then you should be sharing that. You should only be reaching out to college coaches if it's something new. You don't want to just keep sending like the introduction message and things like that. You want to be giving them updates and your progression in the recruiting process. So even if they're just sending you that automatic message back, it doesn't mean that they won't be thinking about you later down the line. So definitely continue reaching out with any new information you need to share with them so when they can talk to you, you will hopefully be top of mind for them, depending obviously on the program.
Emily, someone's asking if they receive a copy of the video to their email, and I believe that's a yes. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So everyone will receive an email of a recording to this presentation. Exactly. But yeah, any questions about Sideline HD? It's support@sidelinehd.com. Any questions about your Sports Recruits account, you can reach out to help@sportsrecruits.com.
Awesome.
Great. I think that's all the time we have, and it looks like we answered all the questions. So, guys, thanks again for joining us tonight. Leslie, thanks for joining me. Really exciting to hear about all the stuff that's going on at Sideline HD. And yeah, guys, we hope you have a great night.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.